If you're watching the replay, welcome to the replay. You are hopping on live, say hello. You're in the Food Freedom Confidence group, and we are here to help you reestablish a better relationship with food, may actually make eating easy. And today's topic, we're on episode 17, is a good one. Why you don't crave carrots? Wait, no, why you crave cookies and not carrots. It's going to be so good. I'm super excited. We're going to wait a second for Sierra to hop on with us, and we will jump in. And here she comes. So I am Hannah Hips, and this is Sierra Spencer. We are the coaches, the guides, your support group. Support people in this amazing group. We're eating psychology coaches. I'm a yoga instructor, and Sierra is a diet recovery coach. So well versed in the eating realm. We love donuts. We eat donuts. We love vegetables. We eat vegetables. So think of this as like it's not an all or nothing. It has to look like this way of eating. We welcome all foods, and at the same time, we don't eat all foods. We really tune into our body. What is our body asking for? What's going to serve me in the moment? And kind of move from that direction instead of having this outside influence of you need to eat this and you need to eat that. And it gets really confusing and frustrating because we can't stick to it. It's like we're fighting against ourselves and shoulding ourselves, right? I should be doing this and I should be doing that. And so today's topic kind of lines right into that is why you crave cookies over
carrots.
You want to jump in and get us going with that, and then I'll tell my story.
Yeah. So, gosh, we hear this all the time with our clients, especially at the beginning of their journey or when we're talking with people, which we talk a lot with you guys and behind the scenes, right? Like in Messenger, we love checking in on you guys, see how everything's going. And we hear this a lot, like, why I get food freedom, but like, I don't crave carrots. I don't crave salad. I don't crave vegetables. Like I crave cookies or I crave French fries. Like, why is that? So that is a very, very common question we get. And so we're going to dive into that and share with you probably like the number one thing you do. Like if you do this one thing, it will solve so many of your food problems. So Hannah, like, why don't you jump in with your story? Because I feel like it's a good story to lead into this. It's a good story to lead into.
Yeah, so I work part-time at a grocery store, and I see food all day long, right? And what I noticed, and this is something that occurs a lot whenever I do this one thing, if I am not eating substantial meals, say I'm snacking or I go into work and I didn't eat something before I go into work, I'm walking around that grocery store, especially the bakery, and I'm like, oh my God, when I get off work, I'm gonna buy a cake. And then I get into the ice cream area, I'm like, oh my God, when I get off work, I'm gonna get some ice cream. And I cannot like stop thinking about it. And I'm like craving it because I'm like, oh my God, I'm like so hungry. I really want that. And what's happening is when I don't eat substantial nourishing meals, I noticed I crave sweets, sugar, refined foods a lot more. Whenever I go into work and I had a good meal, like yesterday, I made a point to do this because I was like, I'm going to test my theory. I have to test it. I had a big bowl of chili, and I went into work and I was not affected by any food that I saw. I walked by the cakes and I'm like, oh wow, look at that, cool, whatever. And I just moved on. And I did not think about food at all the whole time I was there. And it just is a reminder, like when we are not nourishing ourselves, and especially if we are trying to lose weight, we for sure are not nourishing ourselves because we are trying to eliminate foods and restrict foods and eat less. That is going to trigger your body into survival and wanting the quickest possible way for energy, which is sugar. Right? You had such a great science nugget, Sierra, about that.
About sugar.
Yeah.
Can't remember it right now.
It's something about when you're stressed, something in your brain, a hormone.
Okay.
Is it coming together?
Yeah, like so okay, it's kind of coming maybe I think I might be thinking a different science fact, but here's another one for you. Around this topic, right? So like when we are hungry or like we haven't eaten enough, we haven't eaten enough calories for the day, for example, and then we do eat, the reward value of food goes up. Our brain has this chemical process where food is more valuable. It's more rewarding once you do eat. So what that means is that when there's food abundance or you've had enough food, there's plenty of food, you feel nourished and satisfied, the reward value of food goes down. So what that means is that you will be craving cookies. You will be craving more processed, refined foods because those foods are higher fat, higher sugar. They will help you feel better more quickly than a carrot. If you are starving and really, really hungry, a carrot is not going to be a quick way to get energy. Sugar is. Sugar is a quick way to get energy. So it makes sense that when you are in a deficit, you are not getting enough calories. You are on a clean eating challenge. You are doing Whole30. You are healthy lifestyling and you're not getting enough food because you're like, someone told you, well, you got to eat less and exercise more, and you're practicing that. Your body isn't getting enough calories. What happens? Your brain makes you think about food more. Like Hannah, what's this? What happened with Hannah? Your brain makes the reward value of food higher, and it makes you crave higher fat, higher sugar things because it knows that in a survival response, that's going to do you better than a carrot. And you guys, we are still animals. We are human beings. We are still animals. Our biology and our brains haven't evolved to this point where it's like, oh, no, you don't need cupcakes, you need a carrot. No, your brain goes into survival. And no offense, in a survival, if there's a caveman, and you saw a caveman walking around and it hadn't eaten in a week, is it going to choose a carrot or is it going to choose a cupcake? Duh, it's going to choose
Okay.
cupcake. More calories, more fat, quicker energy, totally makes sense. So can you see why you crave cupcakes over carrots or cookies over carrots? Because if you are in a state, like Hannah said, where you're hungry and you're like thinking about food all the time, it's probably because you are hungry and you need to eat more. So what's the one thing people need to do, Hannah?
You need to eat full meals. You need it's like I invite you to like we think that, well, I ate this amount and this should be enough. We would eyeball it. How many have we heard like your meat should be about as big as your hand, and like everything is measured. And we're inviting you to practice eating until your body, like you feel it in your body, because we'll be eating at a point and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm still hungry, but I ate enough. If you're still hungry, that means you still need to eat more. And so and when you begin to work on this, and this is what me and Sierra do, it's like we help you realign your body, reestablish hunger and fullness cues. Because once you do that, once you begin to give yourself the opportunity to listen to your body, then it's like you begin to realize, oh, wow, I'm craving salad. Wow, I really want vegetables, because your body is now in that relaxed state. It's not stressed. It's not in famine. It's not like freaking out that it's not getting enough food. It has enough food. It knows it's going to have enough food. And so it's going to be craving things that are more substantial for you, more nutrient dense for you. But if you are not feeding your body, giving yourself the calories that you need, then you are always going to feel like you're going to be craving sweets. And I'll tell you, that night, the day that I did not eat and I snacked, I did buy cake. And I did eat that cake because I wanted that cake, because I wanted to get that full satisfaction. It was crazy. I was like, and it was just, it's like we're still in this process too. And it was like, I mean, I don't feel bad about getting the cake or eating the cake, but I just noticed my behavior of like when I'm not feeding myself enough, what happens in that. And I want to share something. We have Tammy, one of our members in here, she sent me a message just a couple days ago, and she goes, so like many, many, many moons ago, you posted about craving healthy food. And I was like, wow, wish I did that. Guess what? Tonight, nothing but salad will do because I'm craving it. Like, and I was so elated to get that because how many of you are like, I'm never gonna crave healthy food. Are you kidding me? I'm like stuck on sweets and sugar. And I'm telling you, I never thought it was gonna happen to me. Sierra didn't think it was gonna happen to her. Tammy didn't think it was gonna happen to her. But you know what? It is possible.
Oh, and it reminds me of our client Amanda too. She sent me a text and it was like, it was during the middle of the day. So it was like her lunch hour. And she was like, I'm craving a salad. She's like, what? You're going to have to explain this psychology madness to me on our next call. Right? Because it's like we don't think it's possible to be able to crave healthy foods, but we're telling you it is. With our process, our methods, and what we teach in our empowered eating programs, we take you through a step-by-step process to help you have more balance and to feel better and not feel restricted. Of course, we want you to eat healthy. We want you to eat salads and delicious, yummy food and be able to like have cake, but feel balanced. And you can say no to the cake if you want, or maybe you have a slice of cake like Hannah did and like move on with your life and it's just not a big deal, right? So like we want that. We want you to feel more empowered around food. And, with that, we want to go into our big announcements because we know, we've been combing through your comments. We've been reading messages. We've been reviewing all these group entry surveys. So when you come into our group, you fill out a little survey, right? That helps us. We want to know how to help you. And here are the top things that we see people struggle with. You feel out of control around food and your health. You're tired of thinking about food all the time. You struggle with emotional and binge eating, especially around sugar. So Hannah and I have redesigned our signature program, brand new, to the Empowered Eating Inner Circle, to really help you feel more empowered around food and your health and be who you're meant to be. Rewire your mindset and improve your self-esteem, and then really be able to create true freedom by eliminating stress and overwhelm around what you eat. Because when you are less stressed about what you eat, everything feels more free and feels better, and you can choose.
I don't know if can you hear me? I can't hear you either. No, I don't know what happened. What happened? Can anybody hear us if you're watching? And like, I don't know. Should we get off and go on again? Well, wanna do that? All right, we're gonna come right back.